Loving others. I know it's the right thing to do, but how do I love others when I don't feel like it? The number one thing that gets in the way of loving others is my own selfishness. My relationship with others goes into a downward spiral because of my selfishness. What does my selfishness look like? One thing is when I seek praise from others. It doesn't sound like a bad thing, but it's selfish because I'm trying to take something from a relationship rather than give something. Another thing that brings relationships down is when I try to control others. I may be saying, I'm just trying to help them do the right thing, or I want them to do things my way, but it ends up in negative feelings on everyone's part. The third thing that results from my selfishness is when I'm judging others. I see them doing something wrong and it creates emotions of irritation in me. I fault find and I'm constantly correcting. Lastly, I reject others. The Bible says, "For wherever there is jealousy and selfish ambition, there you will find disorder and every kind of evil." The Message translation says it this way: "Where do you think all these appalling wars and quarrels come from? Do you think they just happen? Think again. They come about because you want your own way and you fight for it deep inside yourselves." My selfishness results in broken relationships. How do I turn this around? How do I really love others when I don't feel like it? 1 Corinthians 13 spells out what love is. It says, "Love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful or proud or rude. Love doesn't demand its own way. Love is not irritable, and it keeps no record of when it has been wronged. It is never glad about injustice, but rejoices whenever the truth wins out. Love never gives up, never loses faith, is always hopeful, and endures through every circumstance. Love will last forever." That passage reveals how my selfishness is contrary to real love. Being proud and boastful is loving myself. Loving others starts with being humble, not proud and self-seeking. Instead of controlling and demanding my own way, I trust God to lead and correct others. Instead of keeping a record of wrong and judging others, love would choose to accept others and be patient and kind. Instead of giving up on relationships and rejecting others, love would lead me to endure through every circumstance. Ultimately, instead of taking from relationships, love gives to others. How can I do all this? It's not based on a feeling. It's a decision of the will, followed by actions that result in healthy relationships. In 1 John, the writer says, "Dear children, let's stop just saying we love each other. Let us really show it by our actions."